call the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Aracha Chodash. This is Malak Maganya from GMS Toronto, GMS Toronto 2, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. I want to say also double honors to the apostles and elders who rule and teach well in spirit and in truth. Okay, and to the men and women who are crying and sighing for the abominations that are being done within and without. And yes, this is a lesson that's going to go into the without, no doubt about it, right? The receipts are there. The divine receipts, okay, are there. And also the practical receipts, right? I'm going to read a few information. And this is a beautiful question that's here, okay? Question says, do you think Canada, right? So I'm Canadian, first of all. I've been here over 50 years, basically all my life. Okay, there's not much, what people can tell me in regards to, what this country is all about, right? So I came in when Pierre Elliott Trudeau was the prime minister. So that's going to tell you how long that is, how long ago that is. And I'm still here, all praises to Yahweh Shem Yoshai, succeeding his son, Justin, his so-called son, Justin Trudeau, excuse me. Okay, and he's out, and then you have this fellow, this new guy, and of course you see behind him this other guy that's there, the opposition, right? But this is a beautiful question, right? So just in case you're asleep, right? I'm here again. If you're young enough not to know what the hell is going on, you're going to find out, Lord willing. If the spirit of prophecy is with you, you're going to see what's going on with Canada. So, yeah, and if you're old enough too, and you've forgotten, maybe the spirit will wake you up if the Lord so chooses you to do that. So let's leave everything to the hands of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yoshai. But the just shall live by faith. His faith. It's his faith, because you can't. We have nothing in us of our flesh to get us through. We can't shoot our way out of this. Anyway, that was a long intro there. Let's get back to the question. The question goes like this. It says, do you think Canada is moving in the right direction? And the answer emphatically is a yes. Yes, 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 yes. Right? Yes. Right? And when you look down at the bottom of this note here, you'll see two more questions. Does Canada still feel like the country you know? And I say emphatically yes, 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 with no doubt. That's why I gave you that long intro, just to let you know. And then the next question, it says, tell us if Canada has changed for the better or worse. And the answer is no, no, no. That's the only time I'm going to say no. No, no, no. In other words, it hasn't changed. The more things change, the more it stays the same. So we're seeing a progression here, right? And we're going to go into prophecy and show you that Canada is in prophecy, okay? Right? And they're allied, Canada is allied with the whore that sitteth upon many waters. It's America's ally, all right? So simply put, just to hit it out of the park before I go into the scriptures, because this is going to be a short video, Lord willing. I only have two sets of scriptures, the scriptures that show that Canada is in prophecy, and also America is in prophecy that is allied with Canada. Okay, but there's a problem right now, okay, with America and Canada, even though they're allies. All right, so let's get to the let's get to the situation that proves that Canada is in prophecy. And right, so I'm going to give you the historical receipt, and I'm going to give you the biblical receipt in regards to Canada, right, and their role. Okay, so I'm going to go to Wikipedia real quick. Wikipedia, right, and the scriptures that I want to go to is Revelation 13:1, right. I might read to 3, right, in linking that, and there's a specific term in there that proves that Canada is in prophecy, and they're in the right direction. They're in the right direction. Yes, 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 and no, nothing has changed. Right? Or I should say, tell us if it has changed for the better or worse, right? And I said, no, it hasn't changed for the better or worse. I kept it really simple there, okay? So they're on point and on schedule. Canada's on schedule. Let's get to it. League of Nations. I'm going to read this. Here's the receipt. League of Nations. This is Wikipedia, right? So you people can, I'm not going to bore you out, but I'm just going to read one paragraph. Okay, one paragraph. The League of Nations, right, the LN or the LON, was the first worldwide intergovernmental organization whose principal mission was to maintain world peace. It was founded on January 10th, 1920 by the Paris Peace Conference, PPC, that ended the First World War. The main organization ceased operations on April 18, 1946, when many of its components were relocated into the United Nations, which was created in the aftermath of the Second World War. The League of Nations was the precursor organization to the UN. Okay? All right. Now, I was looking for the actual statement, but they don't have it on here. But if you keep reading, the point is Canada was part of that original League of Nations. Okay? You need to understand that. And they, later on after the UN came, you had what you call the... I have it on my phone, but I can't go to it. I thought it was going to show up here, right, in the Wikipedia. But the point is, now they're part of they're part of NATO. That's what I'm trying to say today. Okay, so you can pull up Canada and NATO. They're part of that, right? And their goal is to be fully supporting NATO. I should say the EU. Excuse me. Let me be clear. They're NATO, but the EU, they want to give full support if you've been keeping pace with the government of Canada, okay, and certain politicians. So they're part of NATO, and they want to ally greatly with the EU, okay. So that's it on that. Now let's get to the scripture in regards to this, and I'm not going to make this video long. Well, let's see what the Spirit says, but let's go to Revelation 13:1, because I said NATO, correct? So I got to back that up. So I just read it to you that they're part of NATO, starting out at the League of Nations, the precursor. So this is Revelation 13 and verse 1. Okay. So it says, all right. And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and I saw a beast rise up out of the sea, right, having 7 heads and 10 horns, right, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his head the name of blasphemy. Now, this here, historically, you have to understand historically what it's going into, right? So that beast there goes back to also pagan Rome, the historical aspect. And you can find that out when you go to the book of Daniel, right? The 4th beast, dreadful and terrible, the beast with the iron teeth. Okay, and in the metallic image, it's symbolic or represented as, I'm talking about Rome. Please understand, okay, Rome, right? So the principles of Rome is definitely upon Canada, no doubt about it. Hey, Ottawa senators, need to say more? Senates, right? Just like the United States, right? And